spoilers for some of the endgame hunts.
Look, no one wants to play as the party healer, but more so than that, no one wants to fail the quest because one of their teammates died. God damn it, Vasco! So if you be trying and your teammates are dying, here are various ways to be the party cleric and monster hunter and help keep them alive.
Keeping yourself alive.
First off, you can't be healing anybody else if you dead, baby! In Monster Hunter, healing is primarily the responsibility of each individual player. My personal policy, in general, is to always keep my health above 50%. If it drops below that, then it's time to sheath my weapon and focus on dodging until I have the chance to lotion up with some motion. However, for stronger monsters, if, for example, I remember from a previous hunt that Toaster Supernova attack zaps 60% of my health bar, then I'm gonna keep my health above 60%, using the armor skill Divine Blessing and or gobbling down on some of that super best nut. Verdongo Defender will randomly lower the damage of an attack you get hit by. It's the divine favor of RN Jesus. Eating Verdongo Moxie or finding an Aura Turtle, an Oral, will also keep you alive if you get hit during a powerful attack. As long as your health stays above the yellow arrows here, you won't die from an attack that will otherwise kill you once. The food and the reptile effects stack, so if you collect both Michelangelo and his pizza, you'll survive a powerful hit twice. By the way, the final boss arena have a bunch of orals just laying around. So unless you're running a super specific set that powers you up when you're low on health like a Valstrax Dragonheart set or a heroic set, then I recommend, healing sometimes? Like, what's gonna disappoint your teammates more? You stop attacking for a couple seconds to heal? Or you chose not to heal when you should have and died instead? I feel like we've all played with one of those people who just never heal and you're watching them always at low health and like, wait, what are you doing?
Spreading the heals.
Now that you're alive, it's time to help everybody else. 2 items I bring to literally every online quest are Lifepowder and Dust of Life. They heal your entire team as long as they're in the same zone as you, and have saved us from probably hundreds of deaths. You're welcome! You can make Lifepowder by combining Godbug and Blue Mushroom. Both items you can multiply at the Argosy, and you can make Dust of Life with Godbug again and Gloamgrass Bud, which you can find on some maps and sometimes from rare finds at the Argosy. Basically, there's no reason not to bring both to online quests. Even offline, both items will help both of your buddies too. Keep an eye on your teammates' health when you see it on the down low, and especially when you see them hit by a status condition like stun or poison or burning to death. Whip out a Lifepowder or hit them with some emergency triage. Then you can send them a bill for $70,000. Wait, you mean this game isn't based off the American healthcare system? You can only carry 3 Lifepowder and 2 Dusts of Life in your purse at a time, so I usually save Dust of Life for absolute emergencies, like if multiple teammates are low at health and stunned right next to the monster. But when a monster leaves to go take its inhaler, asthmatic piece of shit, you can always fast travel back to a camp and restock, because Monster Hunter Rise is a baby game for babies. I map Lifepowder to the radio menu so I don't have to scroll through my items when someone's about to have tea with the Grim Reaper. Selecting radio menu items will also store your weapon for you first automatically.
Wide range.
Now, if you really want to channel your inner Mercedes and be a heal bot, you can have all your potions and a mega potion heal both you and your teammates by equipping the skill Wide Range. And in Rise, it's not just potions. Status healing items like antidotes and nullberries, and even performance enhancing drugs, juice, like Mega Demon Drug, Armor Skin, and Dash Juice will affect your whole team too. You can get the skill Wide Range from some of the pieces from Bishaten, Rathian, and Medium Armor, level 2 decorations, and pretty common talismans. More levels of Wide Range will increase the effectiveness of you spitting that potion juice on your teammates. If you want to be a healer, I recommend using at least 3 levels of Wide Range to get that 2/3 motion effectiveness.
Other abilities that'll probably help you.
2 other armor abilities that pair well with Wide Range are Speed Eating, which eliminates your gag reflex so you can deep throat potions faster. Chug, 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 chug. And free meal, which has a random chance of you not consuming the item when you consume an item. Always save your coupons, kids. Using items to heal and support your teammates pairs really well with sword and shield, since you can use items without having to first sheath your weapons by holding ZR to shield and pressing Y. If you're using any other weapons, the ability Quick Sheath can put your weapon away quicker to slide into Bowgun motion. Recovery speed helps recharge the red part of your health bar after you take damage faster, so you can have that Wolverine healing factor. Recovery up increases the amount you heal from potions, and Dongo Medic does the same thing. I'm pretty sure it only affects the person who eats it, even if you have wide range, so you have to convince the rest of your team to eat for that skill too if they want to directly absorb some electrolytes. Electrolytes, plants love them. Abilities like stun resistance and paralysis resistance can also help. A lot of deaths aren't caused by getting hit once, they're caused by getting hit, being stunned from that hit, and getting hit again. So if a teammate gets stunned and they're low on health, help them out. With that damn 4th Chaos Emerald hat and chest, you can get the ability Mushroom Mancer, which lets you eat mushrooms like Mario. Mario! Wait, regular people eat mushrooms too. Person! Here's a chart of what each mushroom does. More levels of Mushroom Man let you eat more kinds of mushrooms, become a real mushroom man. You can also pair it with wide range to spread your fungal infection to your teammates. Delicious.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Endemic Life.
The Pokemon rejects running around the map will also help you out during the hunt. Green Spirit Birds will increase your maximum health, and Lantern Bugs will attach some temporary HP on top of your regular HP bar for a limited time. I recommend gathering some of these bad boys before advanced quests. Sometimes you'll find a Brew Hair, which might sound like Bugs Bunny running a craft brewery, but instead it increases how much you heal from each motion.
That's a lot of damage!
Now reverse it. If you need immediate healing, you can use a Vigor Wasp if it's around. I don't like to use it because I hate bees! I hate bees! And don't forget about the escargot, ho ho! You can plop a little Frenchie down and it'll light a curative cigar, and the green smoke will gradually regen your health while it recites poetry about baguettes or something.
Specific weapon techniques.
Many light and heavy bowguns have access to recovery bullets, which let you shoot bullets of health into your teammates like your Charla from Xenoblade Chronicles The Good One. In all my years of Monster Hunter, I have seen exactly 0 people use the health ammo, but it's there. On some of the bows, you can hold ZR and press A to launch a rainbow into the sky, and it'll give your teammates a healing regeneration buff. At least, I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Look, I don't know how to use bow. Every bow guide is like an hour long. Why is the weapon so complicated? Just shoot them! The ultimate healing weapon is of course the hunting horn, which lets you multi-class from cleric into bard. Make sure to check the chart on page 165 in the player's handbook for the correct number of spell slots per level. Different horns play different songs, and a handful of horns play healing songs for your whole team, as long as they're in range of your smooth jazz. Some hunting horns, like the Magiya horn line, play an antidote song. Super useful if you're fighting one of them boys and boys. The best horn for raw healing, just raw dogging those healing songs, which unlock a ramp up option for healing spells at level 4 and above. Also, remember to use a slot on the Horn Maestro skill to make your horn better. How does it make it better, you ask? One final thing you can do is swap out Earthshaker with Bead of Resonance. It's basically an amp. It makes your music louder. As long as you're close enough to it, it'll play when you play. With all these songs of healing going around, your team's health bars will stay topped off. Psst, this is when you tell them to run peak performance to increase their attack when at full health. With all this horny healing action, you can try the no potion challenge. Okay,
It's the spaceman, I'm out of potions.
How do you add in potions? It's 1 minute in! Where you just play songs the whole time and no one on the squad breaks their 12 steps and stops to take a drink. It goes mostly well.
My armor sets.
Here are some of my armor sets with as many healing abilities as I could cram in there. I won't go super in depth on them since A, I threw these together in about 15 minutes before a stream, B, as much as I enjoy watching them, and I do, a lot of set videos are, this set relies on you randomly rolling this incredible talisman I have with like 4 level 3 slots and 8 levels of weakness exploit. Well, I ain't got all that, alright? I got wide range. And while these abilities here are fairly easy to get as talisman skills, this is more of a jumping off point to make your own set. And C, all of these abilities on one armor set are kind of redundant. Do you really need wide range and healing horn and mushroom mancer and all this other crap? Well, in most quests, no. But in some of the super final hard quests, like the triple apex one at the end, it might be useful to have one player just spamming healing items and filleting their hunting horn for the whole quest, while the other 3 hunters go to town on the monster like they're a munchlax at a country buffet.
Oh, I won't be fine.
Oh
Never mind.
God.
Anyone wanna heal us?
I'm blowing as hard as I can.
Blow harder.
I'm blowing as hard as I can.
We did it the other day on Monster Hunter Monday live stream every Monday at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube, and nobody died. Yup, not a single death. Nobody died. I ate for Dongo Insurance, didn't need it, because there was not a single death on the team. Nope. Why would you try fighting on the front lines? You're the healer with shitty defense. Think, Hunter, think.
Use your pets.
And don't forget, if you want to go full healing, bring a healing cat. You've got some powerful pussies in your arsenal. They're capable of feats of a curative nature, such as planting a healthy shrubbery, blowing healing bubbles, and lighting up that mystical hookah. And check your cat's abilities. Many non-healing cats will still have some healing abilities too. Oh yeah, dogs are there. I guess if you really want to, you can hop on the dog and more safely use healing items. And that's it. That's how you can play as a healer in Monster Hunter. Is this the most optimal way to play? No! God, no! Just dodge! Thanks for watching, and don't forget to blow your hunting horn into that subscribe button for more Monster Hunter and more videos on other games. Comment below with any tips you have for playing as a healer in Monster Hunter, and that's it. Video's over.